Yes, I only have hair up to here. But Stevie, let me tell you, always believing he could see, I've spent my life with him. Stevie Wonder is a music legend. Classic hits like I Just Called to Say I Love You showcased his soulful voice and musicianship. He has more to his story than music. His children reveal the truth behind this iconic artist's rumors in this video. You may learn something about Stevie Wonder that changes everything. Find out what happened when the singer almost used drugs. Before we discuss Stevie Wonder's children, let's look at his early life and extraordinary career, which led to his legendary status in music. Stevie Lynn Judkins was born in Saginaw, Michigan on May 13, 1950, the third of 5 children. He was born 6 weeks early to Lula Mae Hardaway and Calvin Judkins. Unfortunately, his premature birth and oxygen-rich hospital incubator caused retinopathy of prematurity. This condition stopped eye development, leaving Stevie blind and with detached retinas. The separation of Stevie's parents at 4 changed his life. The family's difficult but transformative journey began when Lula Mae moved to Detroit with Stevie and his siblings. Despite challenges, Stevie's life became centered on music. Stevie became a soloist in the church choir at 8 years old after attending Whitestone Baptist Church. Lula Mae rekindled her relationship with her first child's father, who also had the surname Hardaway, during these changes. She reverted to her maiden name and had 2 more children. Stevie's love of music grew despite these family changes. Piano, harmonica, and drums were among his instruments he tried. His talent was obvious, and he formed a singing duo with a friend. They performed as Stevie and John on street corners and at festivals, captivating audiences with their raw talent and youthful enthusiasm. Stevie's breakthrough came in 1961 when Motown Records signed him. His remarkable career began with this moment. His surname was legally changed to Morris, a family name. Stevie's early career was shaped by Motown founder Berry Gordy. Gordy named him Little Stevie Wonder to reflect his prodigious talent and bright future. Stevie thrived under Gordy's guidance. The world met Little Stevie Wonder, a name that would soon become synonymous with musical genius. His 1962 debut album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, showcased his exceptional jazz-soul blend, setting the stage for a career that would span decades and influence generations. Stevie became famous quickly. Live rendition of Fingertips, his debut single, was an instant hit. He became famous at 13 thanks to the song's success. This success was the start of a long career with many hits, groundbreaking albums, and unwavering dedication to his craft. Despite his artistic growth, Stevie never forgot his roots. His early life and struggles shaped his music. His songs like Isn't She Lovely, inspired by his daughter's birth, and Superstition, with its infectious groove and powerful lyrics, reflected his personal journey and artistic vision. Stevie was known for his innovative music throughout his career. Music production was expanded by his pioneering use of synthesizers and other electronic instruments. He gained critical acclaim and a loyal following by experimenting and taking risks to create his own sound. Stevie Wonder is resilient, talented, and passionate about music. His rise from humble beginnings in Detroit to global icon is a testament to perseverance and music's transformative power. As we reflect on his remarkable career, Stevie Wonder's impact on music is immeasurable, and his legacy will inspire future musicians and fans. Stevie's first album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, was released in 1962, concurrently with his enrollment in Lansing's Michigan School for the Blind. He received specialized education and developed his musical talents at this school. Stevie showed early signs of musical prodigy, laying the groundwork for a career that would span decades and influence countless musicians. When Stevie performed Lonely Boy, his original song for miracle singer Ronnie White at 11, it was a turning point. White took Stevie and his mother to Motown Records to audition after seeing Stevie's talent. There, CEO Berry Gordy saw the boy's potential and immediately signed him to Tamla. He was given the stage name Little Stevie Wonder by producer Clarence Paul, which suited his talents. Since Stevie was under 21, Motown created a 5-year rolling contract to hold his royalties until he turned 21. Stevie and his mother received a $2.50 weekly stipend to cover expenses. Stevie also had a private tutor while on tour to meet his academic needs and advance his music career. Stevie's early Motown years were a blur of recording, performing, and growth. His first album showed his mastery of piano, harmonica, and drums. The album blended jazz and soul, showing his ability to mix genres and create his own sound. A live Motortown review performance of Stevie's hit single Fingertips captured his raw energy and spontaneity on stage. Stevie became the youngest artist to top the Billboard Hot 100 with it. This early success foreshadowed a remarkable career. As he aged, Stevie's voice changed, and he navigated adolescence while developing his musical identity. Stevie matured and developed a richer sound, surprising Motown executives who were worried about his career. He kept making hits, proving his talent was permanent. During this transformation, Stevie's music embraced more influences and themes. He wrote more of his own songs, demonstrating his songwriter skills. His songs, Uptight, Everything's Alright, and I Was Made to Love Her, showed his ability to write catchy, emotionally moving songs that resonated worldwide. Stevie Wonder's star rose in the 1960s. He was famous for his music, stage presence, and ability to connect with audiences. His concerts were electric, emotional, and full of superb musicianship. Motown's investment in Stevie paid off as he went from child prodigy to musical icon. Stevie had a hit list that would impress many seasoned artists by his 20s. His music reflected his optimism, struggles, and triumphs as a young man navigating life and fame. Stevie's technical skill, emotional depth, and innovative spirit influenced a generation of musicians. He raised the bar for music production, creativity, and excellence by blending genres and pushing the envelope. Stevie Wonder was loved for his music and advocacy for social justice and disability rights throughout his career. His life and work inspire millions, showing that anything is possible with talent, determination, and wonder. Stevie spent a year making two important albums with producer and songwriter Clarence Paul. One, Tribute to Uncle Ray, was recorded when Stevie was 11. This album mostly covered Ray Charles songs, but Wonder and Paul wrote Sunset. The second album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, was instrumental and featured Paul's compositions. Stevie co-wrote Wandering and Session Number 112. In the summer of 1962, Motown executives released Berry Gordy's I Call It Pretty Music, but the old people call it the blues instead of Mother. When Stevie was ready to release his debut single, the single reached 101 for 1 week in August, just missing the Billboard Hot 100. Unfortunately, Little Water Boy and Contract on Love, the follow-up singles, and the two albums, released in reverse order of recording, failed to connect. Stevie, 12, joined the Motortown Revue, a touring show that catered to black musicians on the Chitlin circuit, by 1962. Stevie's 20-minute performance at Chicago's Regal Theater was recorded and released in May 1963 as Recorded Live, The 12-Year-Old Genius. Fingertips, the album's breakout single, was a hit. In this recording, a confident and energetic Stevie returned for an impromptu encore, surprising the replacement bass player and prompting the now iconic, "What key? What key?" Stevie's young career was transformed by Fingertips' success. The song topped the Billboard Hot 100, making Stevie the youngest artist to do so. This remarkable achievement established him as a prodigious talent and set the stage for a career that would span decades and influence countless musicians worldwide. Stevie's perseverance paid off after early singles and albums failed. Electric performances with raw energy and passion captivated audiences. He improved his stage presence and connected with fans through the Motortown Revue tours. His music matured with Stevie, his voice grown richer, and his multi-instrumental skills improved. Motown saw his talent and invested in him. This growth and experimentation led to groundbreaking recordings that defined his career. His 1966 album, Uptight, Everything's Alright, was a turning point. Stevie's soulful melodies and powerful socially conscious lyrics made the title track a hit. Stevie's transformation from child star to mature, innovative artist began with this album. Stevie Wonder's career bloomed in the 1960s and 1970s. His Talking Book, Inner Visions, and Songs in the Key of Life albums established his musical genius. His groundbreaking use of synthesizers and other electronic instruments revolutionized music production. Stevie's songs about love, joy, social justice, and human rights resonated worldwide. Stevie's talent and vision allow him to reinvent himself and stay relevant in the music industry. He has received 25 Grammy Awards and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and his work has influenced many artists. From child prodigy to legend, Stevie Wonder showed perseverance, innovation, and boundless creativity. His music inspires and uplifts, proving true artistry is universal. Looking back at his remarkable career, Stevie Wonder's legacy will last. Stevie was the youngest artist to top the Billboard Hot 100 with Fingertips at 13. The album also topped the R&B chart for the first time. Due to his voice deteriorating with age, Stevie's subsequent records failed to maintain this success, prompting Motown officials to consider canceling his contract. Stevie appeared as himself in Muscle Beach Party and Bikini Beach, but neither was successful. Sylvia Moy convinced Berry Gordy to try Stevie again. With the little removed from his stage name, Moy and Stevie wrote Uptight, Everything's All Right. These were the first of Stevie's mid-1960s successes, including With a Child's Heart and Blowin' in the Wind, which he co-sang with his mentor and producer Clarence Paul. Stevie also started writing songs for himself and his Motown label mates. The Tears of a Clown, co-written for Smokey Robinson and The Miracles, is an example. The song, the penultimate track on their 1967 Make It Happen LP, went unnoticed. However, when re-released as a single in 1970, it became a #1 hit, forcing Robinson to reconsider leaving the group. Stevie had full songwriting control at 21. This newfound freedom allowed him to write, perform, and produce the records that cemented his musical genius. The first of these landmark works, 1972's Music of My Mind, showed Stevie's innovative approach to developing an album theme, cutting-edge synthesizer use, and willingness to address social issues through music. You Are the Sunshine of My Life and Superstition from Stevie's next album, Talking Book, solidified his musical genius. In a bold move for a Motown singer, Stevie toured with the Rolling Stones, introducing his music to a new audience with diverse tastes. Stevie showed his versatility and ability to appeal to a wide audience with this move. Stevie's subsequent albums, Inner Visions, Fulfillingness First Finale, and Songs in the Key of Life, continued his string of critical and commercial hits, earning him multiple Grammy Awards and cementing his place in music history. These albums showcase Stevie's creativity, musicianship, and ability to seamlessly blend soul, funk, rock, and pop into his own sound. In 1979, Stevie released his instrumental soundtrack album, Stevie Wonder's Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants. It was one of the first mainstream albums to use digital recording technology, using a computer music melodeon. Stevie used this technique on all his later records, showing his desire to push music production boundaries. Stevie toured briefly with an orchestra, using a Fairlight CMI sampler to promote the album. His unique approach to live performance showed his commitment to incorporating tech into his art. Stevie wrote and produced Jermaine Jackson's Billboard R&B #1 hit, Let's Get Serious, the same year. Stevie's first platinum-selling single album was 1980's Hotter Than July. The album's title track, Happy Birthday, helped him make Martin Luther King Jr. Stower's birthday a national holiday. The musician used music to promote social and political change. In addition to Master Blaster, Jammin', I Ain't Gonna Stand For It, and Lately, Stevie shows her versatility as a musician and singer. Stevie Wonder released Stevie Wonder's Original Musicarium 1, a 1970s retrospective with 4 new songs in 1982. The 10-minute funk classic Do I Do, featuring jazz legend Dizzy Gillespie, and That Girl, a year-end R&B hit, were among these. Stevie wrote and performed Front Line, a heartbreaking Vietnam War story in the first person, and Ribbon in the Sky, another great song that showed his ability to write timeless and emotive songs. Stevie's collaborative nature was also evident. He had a #1 hit with Paul McCartney in 1982 with Ebony and Ivory, a song about racial harmony that showed how music can unite people. Stevie wrote the lyrics for Stay Gold, the theme song to Francis Ford Coppola's film adaptation of S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders, the following year, expanding his musical influence. Stevie started People Work, Human Play, an album in 1983, but it never reached completion. In 1984, he released his music CD for The Woman in Red. The lead single, I Just Called to Say I Love You, topped the US and UK pop and R&B charts. In 1985, the song won an Oscar for Best Original Song, cementing Stevie's musical legacy. Stevie accepted the prize in Nelson Mandela's name and was banned from South African radio for his anti-apartheid stance. The UN Special Committee Against Apartheid honored Stevie on his 35th birthday in 1985 for his fight against racism in South Africa. This appreciation shows his music's global impact and his desire to use his platform for good. Dionne Warwick sang "It's You" with Stevie and added 2 songs to the Woman in Red album. Stevie appeared on The Cosby Show in A Touch of Wonder, showcasing his sampling skills after the album and its main track became popular. Stevie's 1985 album In Square Circle included the ballad Overjoyed, which was written for Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants, but didn't make the cut. Part-Time Lover and Go Home were hits. Stevie played Overjoyed on Saturday Night Live when he hosted, introducing his music to more people. Stevie's collaboration continued during this time. He played harmonica on Chaka Khan's cover of Prince's I Feel For You with Melly Mel, and lent his style to Eurythmics' There Must Be an Angel, and Elton John's I Guess That's Why They Call It the Blues. It's called the blues because of that. Stevie showed his versatility and ability to blend his sound with others in these collaborations. Stevie's charity work was also evident. He duetted with Bruce Springsteen on We Are the World, an all-star charity song for African famine relief, and performed That's What Friends Are For, an AIDS-themed charity single, in 1986. He played harmonica on John Denver's Dreamland Express and recorded If Ever, which he co-wrote with Stephanie Andrews, and I Do Love You for the Beach Boys' 1985 self-titled album. Stevie sang Just Good Friends on Michael Jackson's Bad album in 1987, and Jackson sang Get It on Stevie's 1987 album Characters. The album also includes the minor hit singles Skeletons and You Will Know, demonstrating Stevie's consistency in writing meaningful songs. Stevie continued to compose, produce, and record music for 20 years, including film soundtracks that delighted fans worldwide. His timeless music was shown by his ability to write for audiences across decades and cultures. Stevie Wonder has been recognized as a musical genius throughout his career, and his awards only demonstrate his impact on the music industry. With over 100 million records sold, 30 top 10 singles, an Academy Award for Best Song, and 22 Grammy Awards, Stevie's accomplishments are unmatched and testament to his talent and dedication. Stevie's induction into the Songwriters and Rock and Roll Halls of Fame was a natural recognition of his lasting contributions to music, and Rolling Stone magazine's ranking as the 9th greatest singer of all time solidified his place among history's most iconic and influential artists. Stevie lost his mother, Lula Mae Hardaway, at 76 in Los Angeles in 2006. Stevie expressed his grief at his concerts after his mother's death. Stevie announced in 2008 that he would tour again after his mother's death to turn his sadness into joy. Stevie's problems went beyond his mother's death. Stevie candidly discussed his weed use and its harm in an interview. Stevie tried the drug at 21 and knew he didn't like it. He felt like he lost part of his brain after smoking pot, which stuck with him. Though blind since birth, Stevie has never let his disability define him. Those closest to him attest to his greatness and insight. Stevie's 5-year assistant, Ira Tucker, told stories that proved her exceptional perceptions and abilities. Tucker said Stevie's heightened oral sensitivity and intuition helped him predict a Puerto Rico hailstorm. Tucker stressed that Stevie isn't disabled, but has incredible hearing and analytical skills. Stevie's keen hearing and intuition allow him to turn lights on and off based on people's sounds. Stevie lives confidently and freely despite his blindness. Tucker noted that Stevie's actions, such as wearing sunglasses and shaking his head to the music, can be misinterpreted by others, leading to judgments about him when going to the movies, traveling alone, or enjoying music on a plane. Tucker's views show Stevie's complexity and unique outlook on life. Stevie announced his September kidney transplant at a 2019 Hyde Park concert. Children of Stevie Wonder. Stevie's fiancée, Yolanda Simmons, had their daughter Isha in 1975, marking his first parenting experience. Aisha's birth brought Stevie joy and inspiration, he said in interviews. Stevie's most famous song, Isn't She Lovely, which celebrates new life, includes a recording of Aisha's joyful splashing in the bathtub capturing a priceless moment for Stevie and his daughter. Stevie cherished their father-daughter relationship and helped raise Isha after Yolanda and Stevie split up. Isha and her brother Kada lived in New Jersey with their mother. Despite his demanding career, Stevie was present for many important Isha moments. Stevie's second child, Kada, was born shortly after Isha, expanding her parenting experience. Even though co-parenting was difficult after his divorce from Yolanda, Stevie loved and supported both of his children, making them feel valued and respected. Stevie had his third child, Mumtaz, with vocalist Melody McCulley in 1983. Mumtaz found his way to music despite not being naturally inclined. Stevie taught his son the value of hard work and encouraged him to follow his dreams. Mumtaz's childhood was filled with regularity and excitement as he moved between his mother's and Stevie's. Mumtaz had a typical childhood with his mother, playing sports and hanging out with friends. Mumtaz was always excited and surprised by Stevie's unusual experiences, from impromptu games to studio sessions. Stevie taught Mumtaz life lessons and work ethic beyond music. Mumtaz enjoyed accompanying his father to the studio after school and seeing Stevie's dedication and passion. Stevie's love of music and family inspired Mumtaz's life goals. Stevie had his fourth child, Sophia, in 1985 and his fifth, Kwame, 3 years later. Sophia and Kwame expanded Stevie's fatherhood knowledge and love. With his ex-wife, Kai Millard, Stevie had 2 boys, Kayland and Mandla, in 2001 and 2005. Kayland Morris and his younger sister Mandla grew up in Calabasas, California. Kayland was inspired by his parents' careers and goals despite their separation before 10. He says his father's words gave him purpose and resolve. Kayland's goal to become the youngest black billionaire shows how Stevie has shaped his goals. Stevie loves his kids beyond money. He is deeply involved in their lives, providing guidance, support, and friendship. Stevie remains a present and engaged father despite his breakups with some of his children's mothers. He makes his kids feel safe sharing their thoughts, feelings, and experiences with him. Stevie married Tamika Robin Bracey in 2017. Stevie and Tamika had Zaya and Naya before they married. Stevie named his 9th child Naya, meaning purpose, because he valued purpose and meaning in life. Over the years, Stevie has thanked his children's mothers for their vital role in raising them. Stevie stressed his involvement and support as a parent in a 2004 Oprah magazine interview. He said he was an engaged father, despite not dating some of his children's mothers. "I'm not one of those fathers who just send money," said. "I guide them like a parent and communicate to them as a friend. I always want my children to feel they can tell me anything." The strong bonds Stevie has formed with his children show his dedication to them. He attends school events, helps with homework, and attends milestones. His children know they are loved and supported no matter what. Stevie's holistic fatherhood emphasizes moral and emotional guidance. He teaches his kids honesty, hard work, and compassion. He gives them the tools and support they need to follow their dreams, just like he did. Stevie wants to give his kids a sense of community. Stevie's family celebrations are full of music, laughter, and love, reflecting his joy and warmth. He teaches his kids resilience and perseverance by sharing childhood stories. Stevie has promoted social justice and equality throughout his career, and he instills these values in his children. He teaches them to speak out for justice and improve the world. His activism and advocacy show his faith in love and unity. Stevie Wonder's fatherhood is a beautiful example of his character and family devotion. His children are his greatest inspiration and pride. Stevie has created a nurturing environment for his children to grow through his love, guidance, and support. As we consider Stevie's remarkable life and career, his fatherhood is one of his greatest accomplishments. His love and dedication to his children show in everything he does, making him a legendary musician and amazing father. Stevie's story emphasizes family and the power of parental love. His story inspires us to overcome any challenge and leave a legacy for future generations with love, dedication, and purpose. Thanks for watching our video. If you liked this deep dive into today's topic and want to see more engaging content, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We value your feedback, so please leave it below. See you next time for more insights and discussions. Keep exploring, learning, and sharing until then. Thanks for joining our community.